Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on another team from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Sooners will kick it away to start. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Auburn's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Wants to go up top. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Terrible way to start this game if you're on offense. You've given up 2 straight negative plays. You ran the ball on first down for negative yards, and then you take a sack now on second down. That tells me this offensive line has got to wake up. You knew this was physically going to be a challenge, but you've got to get ready to go, and you've got to fire off the ball because going backwards ain't going to get it done.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let him get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Makes the catch at the 45. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense will get the ball for the first time. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love it.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that were in the national championship or in the playoff, those are teams that can run the football, be physical. It all started there.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. It was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
great team defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
And this offense has really gotten to a nice rhythm here on their opening drive of the game. Running the ball, getting it down now into a goal-to-go situation. They really have established a bit of a physicality here early. Let's see if they can keep that up.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the...
Makes the grab past the marker. Touchdown Sooners! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football. He'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They covered half the field with a 50-yard touchdown drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Auburn offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Nice grab in traffic. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They'll start this drive from the 42. From the gun, the running back has it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Reddick. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's the handoff. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Working their way closer and closer, a third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. After run, now throw. Firing to the right, complete. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Here as they go back to work. They'll run it from the gun. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! That touchdown gives this team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. Minnesota is ahead right now in Minneapolis, but that's not exactly Bronco Nagurski out there controlling the game. This one is a long way from being over. They're up by 11 over Maryland. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The hand to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Lay. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Trying play action. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hip.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
He wants to throw it again. He'll off one deep down the left side. A big-time catch. Sideline's got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. Touchdown, Tigers.
quarterback's ability to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Still on his feet at the 35. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was always the ground game and the toughness, and you never question that. In Oklahoma, they got to get to that. They got to be that. They got to live that if they really want to build on what they used to be and bring that tradition and build some of that tradition in the SEC.
Leaves it with the running back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. To the air on 1st down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in their last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The give on the inside. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. It's Reddick. And the defense settled in to stop that before a short gain. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Reddick. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team.
That's perfectly fine. From a defense, I'm going to give up some yards right there. Play deep, react to shallow. The running back catches the football. I come up. He gets a positive gain, but it doesn't matter because now I won 3rd down and forced him on 4th down.
Books it all the way in, and now turn. Upfield. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll start this drive with a pass. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. Back to pass. It's complete on the right side. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Puts it out of the air. Corralled and brought down by the defense. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Got a man. It's Sampson. They don't get nearly enough on third down. Fourth down coming from the 48. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They booted away on fourth down. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Complete. He's out past the 35. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Pulls it in. It's Reddick. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And the Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Reddick. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Sooners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Snagged in the middle. It's Reddick. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to just figure something out.
He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And when you go 5 wide, man, and you spread the formation, it puts a lot of emphasis on those trenches. And those trenches have got to be good. You got to pick up those guys up front. They didn't do it, and they're getting their quarterback hit as he throws the football.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work in Auburn, Alabama so far, and welcome into the halftime report. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Jordan-Hare.
Just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The Sooner offense returns to the field. It's working, might change it, and that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Pulls it in.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The inside handoff. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll go to the ground. Turning it on. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Just gets rid of it before the heat. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. Finds us back in the middle. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Fourth down and 13, and the offense is going to give it a shot. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through.
Breaks into the open. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. The Tigers want to crank the tempo.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Rides to back and leaves it. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. Wide receiver going in motion. The play action fake. Quick strike complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Gives it on the option. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
That's a nice job by this defense, getting in the backfield quick. They got there so fast, anticipating pass on 3rd and long, but they reacted so well to the run, get the tackle for a loss, and now probably going to force the punt.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then there he goes. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Looking downfield on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Give to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
Well, this defense obviously knows they have to be able to stop the run now in the second half if they're going to win this game. And you wonder if they were able to make some tweaks and some adjustments at halftime, maybe getting some more bodies close to the line of scrimmage to give themselves a chance to come back in this game.
Finds him out of the backfield. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. And the Sooners are moving quickly down the field. He leaves it with his back. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. He might want another play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Complete and looking for enough for the first down.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum, and what's your confidence in your quarterback? Because you've got 4th, you're in field goal range, but you've got the weapons to get one more completion and ice this thing. So do you kick the field goal, or do you go for it?
Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
That was such a risky call. With the lead late in the game, to go for it on 4th down, that could have been disaster if they don't get it. But with the conversion, now the question, is that enough to ice this thing and win the game?
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And I think the defense would be really happy with where they're at right now. They knew they had held their stud down to as little yards, but they're trailing. And this is the time where he's going to get the ball even more. So they got to be ready for him. It's going to him. He's a great back.
Headed to the end zone. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
And if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
With the run on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Sooners!
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
This time on target. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. And the Tigers moving quickly to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Sampson. Game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Looking to throw again. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, and here's the problem offensively, because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
He'll set up to throw. Looking to get it in. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Lining up for the PAT. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red. This quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Oh, he's got some space. Past the 20. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Once he got some room, it was over.
love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Minnesota is ahead right now in Minneapolis, but that's not exactly Bronco Nagurski out there controlling the game. This one is a long way from being over. They're up by 11 over Maryland. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Immediately fires to the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. To the air on second down. With the catch, it's Cole. He makes the tackle at the 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 5, and they'll have a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Looking down the middle. Finds the big tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They decline the penalty for pass interference, and they'll stand on the results of the play. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Defense in press coverage. To the air on first down. It's complete to the right. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. They're looking to throw on second and short. Complete to the left. Lots of green grass as he gets it. 31. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. The hurry up now. Second down. Clock ticking. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. They'll try to get it through the air. It's complete to the left. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. The Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stop? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Just over 30 seconds to play. They'll line up for the onside kick, and they've got to get it to have a shot.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this is...
Turning it on! And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports.